BS Live rocks.
All right, bsliverocks.com, musiclifemagazine.net. Thanks for joining us. On the phone right now, Jesse Snider. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. You know, I remember you back watching television and Rock the Cradle. That's how long ago. When was that, actually? I say long ago, but that was what? How many years ago now?
I don't know. I've been saying like 5 or 6 years. It may not be quite that long ago. It might be more like 4 years ago. But I definitely went underground for a minute after that to reassess what I was doing.
Yeah, I remember seeing you there, and I'm a rock guy from the '80s and a big fan of Twisted Sister. Your dad, lead singer of that band, and I want to go back to maybe your early days as to when you got into music. Number one, did you always think you'd be a singer, and did you listen to his music, or what were you listening to?
Well, I have always been a singer. And I mean, more than a singer-songwriter, just writing songs just since I could talk. I was raised by the MTV, essentially. My dad wasn't around. I think I saw him 3 months of the first year of my life. And my mom would keep MTV just playing 24/7 at the house because his video was on TV all the time. So, every single time it would be like, oh, Daddy's on TV. So, it was just a constant parade of different types of music for me. And my dad was raised on a much smaller kind of group of, he is a heavy metal guy. He's a hard rock guy, and he doesn't really veer from that too much. But my mom was a big fan of The Muppet Show, and I loved The Muppet Show. And my dad is a big fan of the Blues Brothers. And the combination of all those things got me really into, just the roots of pop and rock and country and everything. It's all blues at an early age. And, I've been I was doing my own thing. I was trying to do what everybody does, move the marker forward a little bit and do something that had never been done before. And my old band, Baptized by Fire, was like a punk metal band. We just released a discography, which people seem to really like, with a collection of all the stuff that we never put out. Because I kind of broke up the band before we ended. Before we were really done, or before we put anything out. After I did Rock the Cradle, and basically I came in second place on the show. But generally, if you talk to people who watch the show, they all tell me that I was robbed. But at the end of the show, when I didn't win, I was thrown for a loop a little bit because it seemed like I was going to. And then when I tried to capitalize on all the connections that I had, I found that they were all very superficial, and they liked me for all the wrong reasons. They liked me because I had this celebrity, attached thing, and they liked me because I was handsome. And my music wasn't about making myself handsome. My music is about real stuff. I'm a freedom fighter. I make music because I want to change the world, and I think this is one of the best ways to do it. So, when they saw the aggressive, middle finger up in the air performance, in my first performance after Rock the Cradle, I was wearing Liberty spikes, big ass boots and nipple piercings and stuff, and everybody just kind of went, oh, this guy's kind of like a crazy rocker guy. And everybody lost interest in me who had been interested. So I was thrown by that reaction because, I always said if people hate me, screw them, I'll just keep doing it. But it was just sort of ambivalence. They just didn't get it. They didn't understand what I was doing. Everybody could admit that, this is good and it's catchy or whatever, but it's not as good as if you were doing Bon Jovi songs, Jesse. That could make you a lot of money. And I didn't want to do that. So I just kind of said, all right, I got to reassess. I got to figure out a way to convince them that, my way is the right way, and that, rock music is everything. And you just have to do it in the right way. I'm disappointed in the state of rock and roll. We've become the uncool kids again. We fought to be awesome, and then we completely lost it. And now we're the kids at the end of the table sitting alone, as opposed to the dominant force in music, which is what we should be. So, I'm taking it back these days to the roots of blues and all my big 70s influences, because that's really what I was raised on, from my rock stuff that my dad introduced me to, the Muppets and Blues Brothers that my mom introduced me to, and and really the stuff that I love the most.
Bobby and Shane, BS Live.